Hello all, I am your host Rodimus Prime. It is Thursday, May 12th, 2022, and here are today's gaming news and updates. In our first story of the day, EA has parted ways with FIFA after 3 decades. According to CNN.com, Electronic Arts and its subsidiary EA Sports will end a 3-decade partnership with FIFA, global soccer's governing body, the gaming company announced on Tuesday. Starting next year, the hugely popular FIFA video game franchise will be known as EA Sports FC. This new independent platform will bring fresh opportunity to innovate, create, and evolve. Cam Wember, EVP and Group GM for EA Sports and Racing, said in a statement. EA Sports FC will allow us to realize this future and much more, but not before we deliver our most expansive game ever with our current naming rights partner, FIFA, for 1 more year, he added. EA will still retain most of the team and player likenesses that have made its game so popular, thanks to separate license agreements with global soccer leagues in England, Spain, Italy, Germany, the United States, and European Soccer Association, UEFA. FIFA said in a statement that it granted EA a 1-year extension to release the FIFA 23 video game later this year, which will feature the upcoming men's and women's World Cups that FIFA organizes. But the governing body will now seek to develop new games with third-party studios and publishers in the next 2 years and is in talks for a major new FIFA game in 2024. According to the New York Times, the FIFA franchise has generated more than $20 billion in sales over the past 2 decades. EA declined to comment to CNN Business on the game's revenues. In its annual report, the company said it has historically derived a significant portion of our net revenue, which totaled nearly $7 billion in the company's last fiscal year from FIFA. It will be very interesting to see how EA Sports FC holds up with stalwart FIFA fans. Staying on the EA news train, it seems 4 new titles are in the works at EA for 2023, and Dead Space's remake is just the tip of the iceberg. During a recent Q4 2022 earnings presentation at EA, it was noted that during a slideshow mapping out game releases over the next few years, that there were 4 big enticing unknowns: a major IP, a partner title, a remake, and a sports title. The first thought was that the remake was the Dead Space remake announced in 2021, but EA has stated that all 4 of these have not been announced. So we can deduce that EA is hard at work on remaking another game. For the major IP, it's possible we're looking at the next Dragon Age or Mass Effect game, both of which are currently in development but haven't been given full-blown public announcements with titles and fanfare. As for the other 2, one possible guess for the sports title is EA's return to EA Sports College Football. As for the partner title, this is just a guess, but it could be something for the EA Originals label. We will have to see what these 4 titles are in the coming months. In our final story of the day, it looks like we're going to have to wait a bit longer for Starfield and Redfall. In a statement today on Twitter, Bethesda stated, "We've made the decision to delay the launches of Redfall and Starfield to the first half of 2023. The teams of Arcane Austin and Bethesda Game Studios have incredible ambitions for their games, and we want to ensure that you receive the best, most polished versions of them. We want to thank everyone for their excitement for Redfall and Starfield. That energy is a huge part of what inspires all of us every day and drives our own excitement for what we are creating. We can't wait to share our first deep dive in the gameplay for both Redfall and Starfield soon. Thank you for the support." Regardless of the delay, I still think both will be big-time players at the upcoming Xbox and Bethesda Summer Game Showcase on June 12th, as we still haven't seen gameplay for either game yet. So it would make sense for them to take the opportunity to show players what they can expect from the 2 Bethesda properties. But we will have to wait and see. Alright, that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching, and if you could do me a favor and please like the video and subscribe.